Well, we've almost all experienced what the author has experienced, being stuck or packed into a subway car like sardines. You might find yourself in a difficult situation where you are in the very back and the door to get off is in the front and no one leaves. You might find yourself in that situation where you have to kind of push someone a little bit just to get into the car so that you can get home. Or you might find yourself in a situation where the car is completely empty and you get to sit down in a fully air-conditioned car and be happy about it. But the author does give 3 pieces of advice for those first 2 circumstances and a little bit of a third. The first one is, of course, make excuses to your boss or whoever you might be meeting. Be like, hey, the subway's super packed. I missed it. The author suggests that you may have to have a better excuse than too many people. I tend to agree with that. I think if there's a subway line shut down and there's too many people on your subway line because of that, it's a fine excuse. But if you just woke up a little late and you know it's commute time. So the next piece of advice is that you can be a little pushy. Maybe you've seen those viral videos from Japan where they have those pushers, like literally like pushing people's faces into each other. And that sort of situation can happen, and maybe you'd have to get pushy, but don't get shovey. Don't like hit someone in the kidney and throw them out so that you can get a space in. Don't do that.
No elbows.
No elbows. You know who you are. Yeah. Stop with the elbows and the other things that you have done to me. And the last piece of advice is announce that you're getting off. So when you see your stop coming up and the doors are passing by and the subway's slowing down, be like, hey, getting off on this one. Which if you are getting off at a less popular station like I do sometimes, then you might need to be a little bit pushy again. People are packed in and you're packed in, but you have to get through. People are coming in even though they need to wait for people to get out, but they're coming in, you need to get through. So I figure the best strategy is to just kind of boldly proclaim I'm getting off and push forward.
Yeah, you got to find a little crevice between the people in front of you and just try and widen it slowly. Don't shove them out, but slowly. Yes.
It does help if you're taller, by the way.
I imagine, at least they can hear your booming voice over the top.
And everyone's like, oh, okay, I'll get out of your way, I guess. But you down there, you're staying on the subway.
I'll elbow you down there.
So yeah, have you ever faced challenges on your commute?
I mean, it all depends on the time. I think that I come so early in the morning, I'm way before the commuters. And then on the way back, I'm also before the commuters because I've just started and finished earlier than is normal. So it's the advantage of having a strange shift.
Please retell the story of the guy hitting the car driver. The bus driver.
Oh, that was amazing. Yes, once.
Terrible, but amazing.
But this is a bus story, not a subway.
It doesn't matter.
Okay.
It says during your commute, and it was technically you're going somewhere.
I love this story. Bus from Shincheon to Jongno to go to work. And I think, a driver is not paying attention. They happen to pull out illegally, and they just woof across the road and hit the side of the bus. Not too hard. Nobody got whiplash. It was not even a big dent, just a minor bump on the bus. But the bus driver obviously immediately stopped the bus, and the driver's sort of shocked and getting out the car, and the bus driver marches around the bus across to the driver and just socks him in the face as soon as he's getting out of his car. And we were on the bus, we were all like, okay, it's time to go. I think the police are coming. So we all just quickly filed off the bus and got on the next one. And
take a few pictures along the way.
Exited. It was too shocking. I didn't even think to get my
Well, you wouldn't
phone
expect.
out.
Yeah. Who would expect that?
It was, okay, let's go.
A little bit of, okay, let's go.
Bit of road rage. I would be annoyed as well if someone hit my bus.
Now, you shouldn't hit anyone. It was entertainment for the day, but at the same time, you shouldn't be hitting anyone. We already talked about this in the first explanation, but yeah, definitely a fun story in the end.
Yeah. And I wasn't even late for work. There was a bus so soon behind that one that I was on. It didn't even really affect my commute at the time.
Look at that.
Well, because it was like 6:30 in the morning.
Yeah,
No cars on the road, hardly.
Is there any sort of like, besides a bus driver hitting a car driver, is there any sort of memorable experience that you've ever had on either a subway or bus or any sort of public transportation?
I think my favorite ones are always like crazy passengers. Again, a bit of free entertainment. Usually it's just old people or drunk people. So I never actually feel in danger. So that they can be annoying, but often genuinely hilarious as well. So I do love a crazy passenger being a bit weird. Or having especially the old guys, arguing with each other in the old people section. Or
The old people section.
Hey, it is the old people section.
I've learned a few swear words in Korean from these old people section arguments.
Yes, yes. They're teaching me all the bad language.
Yeah.
So that's fun.
Right. Well, let's go ahead and dive into the crevices of this article and find those vocabulary words that we can use in our everyday English. And we'll see you guys next time. Bye.
Alas.
Alas.
Inevitable.
Inevitable.
Axiom.
Axiom.
Crevice.
Crevice.
Proclaim.
Proclaim.